It's up to you because God say it's time to fight.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
Let's look at 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. When you look at 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, this is Paul talking. Because this was at a time when Paul was talking to the people of God because they began to try to compare him to the false apostles. You know how people try to tell you if you're supposed to be a Christian, why are you going through? If you're supposed to be a Christian, why are you sick? If you're supposed to be a Christian, why you don't have no money? But see, you got to understand that this life we live in, we're going to go through trials and tribulations. Whoever told you that told you once you got saved, you ain't going to go through nothing, they told you a bald-faced lie. Because time you enlisted to be a child of the living God, you have enlisted to an army where you're going to have to fight and you're going to have to know your authority. So this is what Paul was telling them. He said, now I, Paul, appeal to you with the gentleness and kindness of Christ. Though I realize you think I am timid in person and bold only when I write far from away. I can relate to Paul because, see, people say, well, she can preach all that stuff when she on Facebook, but I bet you she don't talk like that in person. Come on, we got to make it real. See, they can say, I declare and decree in front of the church, but I bet you she don't do that when ain't nobody around her. See, that's what they were saying about Paul. Paul said, well, verse 2 said, well, I'm begging you now so that when I come, I won't have to be bold with those who think we act from human motives. He said, we are human, but we don't wage war as humans do. See, you got to understand, we don't wage war like humans. So when somebody come on and say, I want to fight you, Alecia, I ain't finna say, come on, we finna fight in the natural, we finna fist fight. I ain't finna fight you like that. I'm going to fight you in the realm of the spirit. I'm going to open up my mouth and I'm going to deal with that demonic spirit that's on the inside of you, but I'm not going to fist fight you. See, that's the problem. We have allowed the enemy to come in when we know somebody don't like us, somebody don't understand us, and we are called that enemy to make us, but we want to fight them. And God say, no, you got to understand, we don't fight like people in the world. We fight in prayer. We fight when we open up our mouth and we begin to petition God and we begin to war in the realm of the spirit.
All right.
See, look at verse 3. I'm going to read that in the King James. He said, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. So in other words, you don't fight fist fight to fist fight. He says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. I looked up that word cardinal in the Greek, and it means sarkikos. And it means fleshly, pertaining to the flesh or the body. He said it's an external. So God's saying we don't fight compared to the external, the temporary. Cardinal means natural, pertaining to our present body or existence. What am I saying? I'm saying that when you're going through warfare in your body, you ain't finna get up and finna start fighting the doctor because the doctor don't told you a bad report about your body.
All right.
You ain't gonna fight the doctor. Just because they say, you know what, you ain't paying your bills, and you say, I'm finna go and I'm finna fight the bank.
No.
See, we don't fight according to the external. We don't fight according to what we see in the natural. He said, so when you wage war, we fight a spiritual battle. A spiritual battle. Can you see the devil? No. Can you see God? No. Because they both are spirits. So how come we are fighting in the natural? And the spirit is wide open. The enemy has launched an attack on the saints of God because we're too busy fighting each other and ain't dealing with the spirit that's inside of the person.
Amen. Amen.
We're trying to make people understand us. Don't you know if you keep arguing with a person and they don't understand you, they're letting you know that you're dealing with a demon? That's when you got to step back and say, okay, I see who I'm fighting.
All right.
No, I'm going to deal with you in prayer.
Amen.
See, the problem is because I'm trying to convince you to listen to what I got to say, and I want you to hear what I got to say. See, that's a work of the enemy. That's a work of the flesh. That's when you are fighting cardinally.
Amen.
But you got to step back and say, no, I ain't finna be fussing messing with you.